Okay, in what ways does your media product use, develop or challenge forms and conventions of real media products? Our film uses lots of conventions of a typical horror film, such as blood, darkness and isolation, as well as a narrative structure that follows somewhat typical narrative structure of a horror film. Typical characters such as a villain and a girl who needs help are used. However, our film does challenge typical horrors, as we have used an example of a new media product in our film, which is a mobile phone. This shows that our film is using modern day products to make it more believable for the audience, making the film more successful by causing it to be scarier, as it gives a sense of reality, otherwise known as verisimilitude. How does your product represent particular social groups? Well, the social group we've used is teenagers as characters in our film. The film is also aimed at teenagers, and we who created it also fit into this demographic. Our film represents them as being weak, in particular females throughout the film, as they are the ones that are targeted and murdered. It appeals to both male and female, as the main character is female and a female audience will be able to relate to this character. Also, the villain is a male, which may appeal to a male audience as well. What kind of media institution might distribute your film and why? Well, Withheld, our film, really ticks all the boxes of a British film. It has a low budget and small kind of actors that people wouldn't know about. Hammer Films is a British film distributor which bases itself around horror films, and therefore this distributor company fits our film perfectly. As our film has a low budget and these small time actors, which means it fits the criteria of a British film distributor such as the Hammer Productions. This is why we think that they would be a good distributor to use. What would be the audience for your media products? Well, our audience is both male and females, aged 15 to 24. This is because the BBFC for our film Withheld is a 15 and nobody under that age would be allowed to watch it. We also feel that the narrative and the characters would really appeal to this target audience age as well. We feel that our film is mainly appeal to this demographic as the characters of the film are similar, and so that target audience can relate to them. This relates to the Bloomer and Katz uses and gratifications theory, which states that people watch things to find a sense of personal identity. By the characters in the film being that of a similar age to the target audience, we believe that this theory really comes into action with our film. What have you learned about technologies from the process of constructing this product? We've learned that technologies are very important in creating a film, and that we used more technologies than we first anticipated. We used the Mac computers for editing, a video camera for the filming, a mobile phone for the voice recording over the film, memory sticks from getting our footage onto the internet and onto our blogs, as the Macs that we used didn't have internet on them. So we really did learn a lot from technology, and we used a lot more than we first thought, and we really appreciate the effort that goes into it. Looking back at your preliminary task, what do you feel you have learnt from this progression? We've learned a lot about the time it takes to create a short film and keep to techniques used in filmmaking, such as the 180-degree rule, as it is very important. Also, that it takes more than one shot to get something right. It takes a lot of time, and this time-consuming really made it quite difficult, but it made us appreciate what really goes into it. So I feel like we've learnt a lot through the progression from our preliminary to our final product, and we're happy with the outcome.